Welcome to today's video on product planning. In this video, we'll be discussing everything you need to know about product planning, including what it is, why it's important, and the steps involved in creating a successful product plan. If you're interested in product management or starting your own business, then this video is for you. So, let's get started. What is product planning? Product planning is the process of defining and developing a product strategy that aligns with the overall goals of a business. It involves identifying market opportunities, understanding customer needs, and creating a roadmap that outlines the steps required to bring the product to market. The product plan serves as a blueprint for the product development team, providing a clear direction on what needs to be done, when, and how. Why is product planning important? Product planning is essential for the success of any product. Without a solid plan in place, it's easy to lose sight of the goals and objectives of the product, leading to a lack of focus, wasted resources, and missed opportunities. Product planning ensures that everyone involved in the product development process is aligned on the goals and objectives, and that all the necessary steps are taken to achieve them. The steps in product planning. Now that we know what product planning is and why it's important, let's look at the steps involved in creating a successful product plan. Step 1. Identify market opportunities. The first step in product planning is to identify market opportunities. This involves researching the market to understand the needs and preferences of potential customers. You can use market research tools like surveys, focus groups, and interviews to gather data on the market and identify gaps that your product can fill. Step 2. Define the product vision and goals. Once you've identified market opportunities, the next step is to define the product vision and goals. This involves defining the purpose of the product, the value it will provide to customers, and the goals you want to achieve with the product. The product vision and goals should align with the overall business strategy and be communicated clearly to everyone involved in the product development process. Step 3. Develop the product roadmap. The product roadmap is a high-level plan that outlines the steps required to bring the product to market. It includes key milestones, timelines, and deliverables for each stage of the product development process. The product roadmap should be flexible enough to accommodate changes in the market or customer needs, but also detailed enough to provide a clear direction for the product development team. Step 4. Determine the product features. Once you have a product roadmap in place, the next step is to determine the product features. This involves deciding on the key features and functionalities of the product, based on customer needs and market research. The product features should be prioritized based on their importance to the overall product vision and goals. Step 5. Create a minimum viable product, MVP. The minimum viable product, MVP, is the first version of the product that includes only the essential features needed to launch the product. Creating an MVP allows you to test the market and gather feedback from customers before investing more time and resources into the product development process. The MVP should be designed to provide the maximum value to customers with the minimum features necessary. Step 6. Test and iterate. Once the MVP is launched, it's important to test and iterate based on customer feedback. This involves gathering data on how customers are using the product, identifying areas for improvement, and making changes to the product based on that feedback. Testing and iterating is an ongoing process that continues throughout the product development lifecycle. Step 7. Launch and monitor. Finally, once the product is ready for launch, it's important to have a plan in place to monitor its performance. This involves tracking key performance indicators, KPIs, like user engagement, retention rates, and revenue, and making adjustments to the product strategy based on that data. Launching a product is not the end of the process, but rather the beginning of a new phase of product development that requires ongoing monitoring and adjustment. Best practices for product planning. Now that we've covered the steps involved in product planning, let's discuss some best practices that can help you create a successful product plan. Keep the customer at the center of the product strategy. When creating a product plan, it's important to keep the customer at the center of the strategy. This means understanding their needs and preferences, and creating a product that provides value and solves their problems. Prioritize features based on impact. Not all product features are equally important. When prioritizing features, it's important to focus on those that have the most impact on the overall product vision and goals. Be flexible and adaptable. The market and customer needs can change quickly, and it's important to have a product plan that can adapt to those changes. Your product plan should be flexible and adaptable to accommodate changes in the market or customer needs. Involve all stakeholders. Creating a successful product plan requires input from all stakeholders, including product managers, developers, marketers, and sales teams. By involving all stakeholders, you can ensure that everyone is aligned on the product vision and goals. Test and iterate. Testing and iterating is an ongoing process that should continue throughout the product development lifecycle. By gathering feedback from customers and making changes to the product based on that feedback, you can create a product that meets the needs of your customers. As a product manager, your role in product planning is critical to the success of the product. By working closely with all stakeholders, gathering feedback from customers, and making data-driven decisions, you can ensure that the product aligns with the overall goals of the business and meets the needs of your customers. In addition to the steps and best practices we've discussed, there are some common pitfalls to avoid when it comes to product planning. Let's take a look at some of them. Overcomplicating the product. When creating a product plan, it's important to focus on the features that will provide the most value to your customers. Adding too many features or overcomplicating the product can make it difficult for customers to use and can lead to decreased engagement and satisfaction. Ignoring market trends and competition. Understanding the market trends and the competition is crucial in creating a successful product plan. Ignoring these factors can result in a product that doesn't meet the needs of the market or fails to differentiate from the competition. Not involving all stakeholders. Product planning requires input from all stakeholders. Not involving all stakeholders can lead to misalignment, misunderstandings, and a product that doesn't meet the needs of all parties. Failing to prioritize based on impact. Prioritizing features based on personal preferences rather than their impact on the overall product vision and goals can result in a product that doesn't meet the needs of your customers or align with the business goals. Not being flexible and adaptable. Market and customer needs can change quickly, and a product plan that is not flexible and adaptable can result in a product that doesn't meet the changing needs of the market or customers. By avoiding these pitfalls and following the best practices we've discussed, you can create a successful product plan that meets the needs of your customers and aligns with the overall goals of your business. In conclusion, product planning is a critical part of the product development process that requires careful consideration and collaboration with all stakeholders. By identifying market opportunities, defining the product vision and goals, developing a product roadmap, determining the product features, creating an MVP, testing and iterating, and launching and monitoring, you can create a successful product plan that meets the needs of your customers and aligns with the overall goals of your business. Remember to keep the customer at the center of the product strategy, prioritize features based on impact, be flexible and adaptable, involve all stakeholders, and test and iterate throughout the product development lifecycle. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this video helpful.